The Meicham meat market is no place for the faint-hearted, but demand for its end product, cheap meat, is growing around the world. Here in Thailand, the surging appetite for meat has been accompanied by an increase in demand for low-cost animal feed. That's a source of concern for Ratapat Srichangklad. He leads an initiative that promotes sustainable agriculture in Chiang Mai.
Thailand is one of the biggest meat exporters in the world. Of course, that pleases the government. That's why it supports the cultivation of corn used as livestock fodder. But it would be better to produce food for humans.
For farmers, cultivating this kind of corn can seem like an attractive option. High demand for meat keeps feed prices stable. As a result, many farmers have come to rely on it for their income. But growing the same crop in the same place each year sucks nutrients out of the soil. Farmer Sombun has been growing corn for fodder for over a decade. He'd actually prefer to grow other crops. In recent times, his yield has fallen. The plants rely on chemical fertilizer, but that's pricey. So much so, he's run into debt.
Growing corn is becoming more problematic. Up to now, I haven't had an alternative. I haven't been trained up to do anything else, and I need to take care of my family. If someone comes along and helps me to change course, I'm all ears.
That's where Ratapat Srichangklad comes in. He wants to persuade farmers to try out alternatives. He travels widely to deliver his message. Today he's on his way to give a workshop in a hillside village. The journey takes him past barren landscapes, a sign of the damaging impact corn crops can have on the soil. As demand grows, more and more corn is being planted. Logging is against the law, but many farmers flout the regulations.
When the rainy season begins, feed corn will be planted here again. Before that, they'll burn the grass. Everything here will be up in flames.
The resulting ash functions as a fertilizer, but the fires have a disastrous impact on the environment.
The fires happen once a year. Smaller plants and animals don't survive. It has a devastating effect on biodiversity. But the worst thing is the smog that hangs in the air for days.
No matter where he goes, Ratapat Srichangklad's workshops are well attended. Farmers can take part for free.
Imagine what this would look like if there were green forests around us.
Germany's Environment Ministry provides €500,000 in funding to the workshops. Environmental group WWF is the project's local partner.
We are competing with industrialized capitalism systems that are not sustained. And then our solution is involving a lot of efforts, a lot of awareness, a lot of actions to be done. So that it's the biggest challenge to make this happen.
This WWF project will run for another 3 years. Organisers are hoping to reach some 200 households. The workshops provide farmers with practical help, like tips on improving irrigation. Many types of crop require more water than those destined for animal feed. Ratapat Srichangklad explains how to use natural methods to retain more moisture.
This method allows us to slow down the movement of the stream. That allows the surrounding land to absorb more water. But you need to inspect and fix the dams regularly.
This man has managed to make the transition. Tirasak Suwano used to grow feed corn, but like others, he ended up in debt. These days he grows organic bananas.
The transition was difficult, especially because we had no money coming in during that period. But thanks to the support we got, we managed it. The bank gave us more time to pay back our debts, so I'm feeling confident.
The WWF instigated project hasn't been as much of a success for everyone as it's been for Tirasak. But still, half of the workshop participants say they want to make the leap to more sustainable crops. The WWF has teamed up with some local businesses to promote the project, among them this organic restaurant in Chiang Mai. By cutting out expensive middlemen, the farmers' products can be delivered directly to restaurants, schools and hospitals. It's a project run on ideals, and it's by no means certain a market for sustainable goods will emerge. But change could be in the air.
Look at the sky, smog everywhere. Everyone's affected by the environmental problems. We can't wait for the government. We need to become more sustainable in terms of production and consumption.
Making sustainable produce irresistible to consumers. Ratapat Srichingklad and his team are hoping there's an appetite for it.